Blessed Sunday, Team Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and television of Zimbabwe, as well as the SADC region. SWAPO from Namibia, they've agreed to have Dr. Nandi as their presidential candidate as the elections, as they're facing elections this year. So, following the departure of their president, the late, what is happening is that they are faced with elections, and the current president, who is finishing the term of President Gaino, is not going to contest in the upcoming elections. And they have announced through their central committee, the SWAPO Central Committee, that Dr. Naindwa, is it Naindwa? I don't know what Nandi Ndaitwa is now going to be the official candidate of SWAPO during the 2024 elections. So it has been decided through Party Central Committee, which set on 9th March 2024, and they are now geared up to work. So a lot has been happening, and she emerged the rightful candidate for the 2024 elections. So the 2022 Ordinary Congress made Dr. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwa, I think, a vice president within SWAPO, and that made a possibility to be SWAPO's party presidential candidate in the November elections. And it has been confirmed through the Central Committee, and there is a lot of jubilation in the country of Namibia. Getting back to Zimbabwe now, you would see that other countries, they are celebrating such moves by a liberation party to have a candidate way months before the elections are done. And this is a candidate who is emerging from those who are not in power. Just imagine in Zimbabwe, dai kuri kuti timu redu iri ranzi chimbopedzisa term yeumwe, were they going to be able to sit down and make a decision to say, let us agree, this is the presidential candidate for the next elections? Were they going to be able to do so? I doubt. So if you take a look on Zimbabwe, we are hearing the camp of President Emerson Mnangagwa talking about a third term. A third term. This is what they're doing. They're actually advocating for a third term. They're advocating for Vision 2030, Ndara Achingoripo. And that is the slogan, Anenge Aripo. And in other countries, you are seeing a sister liberation party clearly moving away from that kind of elections and politics. Zekuti Mnanoramba Achingoramba Aripo Achingorambira Aripo, even after finishing his own 2 terms. And this is a clear example of a singing nation. When you see a political party afraid of its leader, afraid to tell its leader the truth, or when you see a political party leader refusing to let the party decide on the future, what it means is trouble ahead. President Emerson Mnangagwa knew that he was going in 2028 if he won the elections. So when they had the last Congress, they were supposed to make sure that they deal with the issue of succession, to say, okay, in 2028, we are going out. Who is going to be the next president? And that person was supposed to take over within the ranks and files of ZANU PF, was supposed to be groomed within ZANU PF, and was supposed to work hand in hand, hand in glove with the leadership to make sure that they prepare him and they prepare for a clear transition. So at this moment in time, there is no clear plan for a transition in Zimbabwe beyond Emerson Mnangagwa. There is no plan beyond Emerson Mnangagwa to say, okay, who is going to take over? There is confusion. Is it going to be General Chiwenga? If it is General Chiwenga, why are we having this 2013 Dengue Chipo slogan happening in his face? So all these issues, we would have started to see General Chiwenga preparing himself, warming up to the structures of ZANU PF to take over the leadership. That is what is happening within SWAPO. So you would see that these elders were supposed to go and be a part of the party as usual, but in the background. If you take a look on what is happening within ANC had that sort of a democracy within itself, where you knew who was going to take over from this one to this one to that one, from this one to that one. There was a clear plan, and whatever they were doing it transparently. Up until right now, Papinda Chimwe Chimdaraj, there is now chaos within ANC. So you see that ZANU PF will never learn from its sister liberation party. They only chant slogan, "We are sister liberation parties." But when it comes to the issues which are important, they do not know what to do. These people, they love power so much. That is the problem we had with Robert Mugabe. Robert Mugabe was not able to separate himself from ZANU PF, to say, guys, let the party decide who takes over from me. They were not supposed to go through a coup which happened in 2017. They were not supposed to go through all those campaigns where they were attacking each other, fighting each other publicly. It was supposed to be a smooth transition from Mugabe to another person. Whether it was Mnangagwa, it was Sekerama, it was Kasukwere, or whoever. It was supposed to happen transparently, without bickering, without sending other people into exile, like what happened with the people like Wanawuta Mzembi, Wanasevia Kasukwere. And those are the signs of a sinking ZANU PF ship, which means it is going to be very difficult for President Emmerson Mnangagwa to go beyond 2028. It is going to be very difficult for him, no matter the circumstances, no matter the rigging tactics they're going to deploy. It will be difficult for Emmerson Mnangagwa to go beyond 2028. It will be very, very difficult, because he will face resistance from within. And resistance from within means strengthening other people from outside. What it means is the opposition will have a walkover. And once you want to cling onto power for long, you disturb the military structures, because you'll be fearing of a coup happening, which means you'll be tampering with the structures of the military. What if those people you are removing from the military, what if they come to join hands with those in the opposition and back the opposition politically, and they use their connections from within to force you out when the opposition wins? Have you ever thought about such a situation where all these generals were being purged, were being removed, they join the opposition, work with the opposition, and they use their influence from within to make sure that they defend the opposition? What will be your fate? So at times, dictatorship has limits. You may be strong today, you may be in charge today, but you'll never be in charge every day. For example, when you're 10 years old, you could run without getting tired quickly. But right now, you can't even complete a kilometer. You'll be tired. That is a sign that you are fading. As each day passes, you are fading. Even if you are in power, power fades as each day passes. So this is what is happening at this moment in time. So for those who analyze politics, for those who understand politics, they will not worry more about Emmerson Mnangagwa. They will have to strategically place themselves on a position where they claim what rightfully belongs to them. So this is what is happening. So for the person who is going to take over the leadership of Zimbabwe, that person must be prepared and must be ready to claim his birthright at any point in time. When the situation is right, that person will have to come and grab what belongs to him. So this is what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe, and I predict ZANU PF and Emmerson Mnangagwa singing from now onwards going forward. I've given you an example of SWAPO, a sister liberation party. It's clear that the presidential candidate is Netumbo. This is Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwa. She is going to be the presidential candidate for SWAPO. And the current president of Namibia, clearly stated that he does not have any interest to contest in the upcoming elections. So that is how leadership work. That is how leaders work. And within ZANU PF, you will never find such leaders. So no matter how they will try to equate themselves to SWAPO and other leaders in the region, they will never get to the kind of democracy which is existing in the party called SWAPO. In ZANU PF, if you speak against Mdara, you go forever. And that is a fact. It is what it is in Zimbabwe. I do not know. Let us talk. What do you think? Let us have this conversation.